Well, did you ever think, DC, would be calling fights inside the largest spherical building in the world? What a special opportunity for these athletes to get the chance to compete in this setting here tonight.
You ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
So will Umaru Nurumagomedof one day be an undisputed UFC bantamweight champion? As we get this fight started, let's see how he chooses to proceed. He's an outstanding grappler, an accomplished striker as well. But I guess his greatest asset is just fighting on instinct, right? Finding that flow state. Certainly in his last fight, he found it early. The finish materialized. How soon can Umaru Nurumagomedof impose his will on the opposition here tonight? Oh, he tags him with the straight hand there. Nice job by Nurumagomedof.
When both are prepared, these are the types of fights that we expect.
Dvalishvili gets the single leg takedown.
Beautiful transition.
Nurumagomedoff's in half guard now. Now drops inside that closed guard. Nurumagomedoff's attempting a triangle here. Let's see if he can finish the deal. Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in.
Attacking armbar.
Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
Side control now. All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
Nurumagomedof getting absolutely...
Nice guillotine. Oh, nice guillotine there. Struggling to finish.
Let's get those hands off your neck now.
Oh, somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth, but the submission defense wins this transition.
Keep working, keep working.
Dvalishvili's pass is denied. Well, defense doesn't always win championships in MMA, but how about the submission defense tonight, thwarting one attempt after the next?
Yeah, and the fact that he's just constantly under attack tells you he was very prepared for the type of fighter that he was in front of. He knew there would be some submissions coming his way. He was ready to defend them, and he has done that beautifully.
And the referee brings the fight back to its feet. No surprise there. Needed to see more action.
Let's fight, come on.
Real quick leg kick.
And now they are throwing both sides with conviction.
Nice, great shot, great shot.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. 5 minutes in the books. All right, we now take a look back at some of the highlights from that last round, DC. A lot for the replay guys to choose from.
I mean, these guys are going to be very busy trying to find what replay to show you guys. Lands on both sides of the octagon. Both guys fought great. What a phenomenal round.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Second round underway. Right on the button. And yet another hook landed there by Nurumagomedof. Well, we see this a lot, DC, but this instance, it's particularly surprising to see a wrestler on his level not attempt to change the level.
I don't understand it. You know, when you have that weapon, when you have that ability to take people to the ground, you have to use it. Even if it's to set up your striking, I don't understand why he is not trying to change his level, get to the hips, and get takedown.
Dvalishvili's pass attempt denied.
Getting them out here.
Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground.
He's got to be careful here. He
Bottom
needs to
fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Dvalishvili. Under 3 minutes to go, round two. These ground strikes are starting to add up. Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten.
So the crowd absolutely loving it as these fighters work their way back to the feet.
The fighters are back to their feet now, and they can take in the applause because they deserve it after that grappling exchange.
Oh, they're trading huge shots here. We'll see who's the last man standing.
Keep your hands up for me. Come on now. Let's move. Let's recompose. Stay.
Well, he has really picked up the pace here.
Guillotine jump. You better protect your neck when you're fighting this guy because he's got the guillotine locked in. But if he wants to finish, he's got to lock that guard and drive his hips up into his opponent.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out.
All right, side control now. Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. Lands the ground and pound strike.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
Let's work for that now. Come on.
Nice shot there by the champ.
Nicely done.
Now he's going full mount.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Dvalishvili. Head kick attempt. It's blocked.
Good round.
All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round three of a possible 5. All right, here we go. Next round is underway. You saw him work his submission game a bit in the previous round, and he is all offense, man. He's not afraid to get into a bad position to try to close the fight.
Most times, we don't see guys that attack as much off of their back. This guy, you never have any place to rest.
Oh, staying busy, fighting off of his back, and he lands.
Transition.
Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Blocked! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
All right, right into side control. Upper body strength figures to be put to good use here.
Yes, absolutely. And you got to look for his opponent to turn back into him. He should chase guillotine, but the opponent turns to the opposite side. He can take his back, throw his hooks in, try to choke, or flatten the mountain, just go for the finish. Nice transition.
Ground and pound keeps coming. Good movement to avoid that damage coming down.
All right, I want you to look past that half guard now and get into side control.
Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Dvalishvili. Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. Dvalishvili's back in half guard.
Oh, right into mount.
Let's go. I need you to posture and attack. Use your feet. Keep your top control and look for those elbows.
Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. Postures up and lands a brutal strike to the head. Nurmagomedov's now dealing with a cheek cut.
Using a lot of good movement.
Come on, let's go. Let's get busy. We got 30 seconds left in this round.
That was nice.
All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control?
Well, side control to me feels like a little bit less control because now my legs aren't really doing anything anymore. Now I'm controlling you with my upper body. So I've got to be very, very aware. It's still advantageous, but it just seems a little more free-flowing than having something like a half guard.
All right, replay truck has been kept busy tonight as we get you some clips from that previous round, and maybe we can even isolate the strike that opened his cheek up.
I mean, a cut on your cheek, while it's in a better spot, it is still so hard to deal with. Every time that gets hit, it hurts so bad. He's gonna have to move his head here.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fourth round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go. You can feel the tension. Fourth round is underway. We'll see who has the upper hand here.
You feel it inside of you. He's hurt bad. He went high on that one. Oh, guillotine here.
That guillotine is tight.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out.
Oh, he's got him in a crucifix now, DC. All of that body weight on his opponent.
He's got all the weight on the upper body. His feet are free to do whatever. But the arm stuck between the legs. He is now going to start dropping hammer fists. He's going to start dropping elbows. This is one of the nastiest positions in all of fighting. Changing the position.
Nurmagomedov's tough as it gets, but how about the size of that bruise starting to form on his right side? Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter, and he's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. All right, full guard here, DC. What does he need to do to improve? Oh, good armbar attempt here. Oh, it's tight. You gotta be kidding me. How did he get out?
He just stayed calm, was able to withstand the fire, and now he finds himself out and safe.
Nurmagomedov's eye now closing up. Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Wallace Will. All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to.
He's having his way with him here. Oh, man, every time he lands, it's right on that cut. That is going to have a profound impact on him moving forward. Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running a guy over, John, and then he just gets up.
Take your time, relax, breathe. Cool and relax, homie.
He's got to be careful here.
Constantly a moving target.
1 minute left in the round. 1 minute left in the round.
All right, dominant position here. He's got the full mount. A lot of different ways he can go here. Maybe try to find an arm bar or just get the ground and pound.
He can attack submissions, but those submissions will present themselves once he is landing that brutal ground and pound he is known for. Because then his opponent will start to get a little bit desperate to get out from under him, which will then in turn leave arms dangling, or he'll turn to his knees and get choked out.
Ground and pound. The hammer Mark Coleman would be proud. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. 20 minutes in the can, 5 to go.
Hey, stop.
Well, if you're the replay guy, a lot to like in that previous round. A lot of damage being inflicted.
Yeah, I mean, and look at the swelling now, John. He wasn't doing what he needed to do to move his head, and he's paying for it. You cannot allow for an elite-level mixed martial artist to connect at that rate and think that you will not be wearing the damage. He's wearing it now. I'm interested to see what changes he makes to give himself an opportunity.
You ready to fight? Ready.
So here it is, folks. 5th and final round.
Oh! He's wobbling now.
So, DC, I'm not sure if fear of fatigue is a factor, but given his body of work in the UFC, you got to be surprised that he hasn't attempted to get this fight to the ground where he can let his submission skills take over.
Maybe he is anticipating a tough takedown attempt, and he doesn't want to put the effort it's going to take to get the fight where he's most comfortable. Once on the ground, he can grapple all day. The effort comes from him securing the takedowns to get the fight there.
And now some distance as they pull apart.
He loaded up there on that high kick.
Hook shot attempt to the head here. Instead, it's blocked by Nurmagomedov. Oh, that is some severe swelling. I hate to speculate, not a doctor, but you might be staring at a fractured orbital there.
James Levels, takedown.
3 minutes now to go to decide this one. Well, he is clearly losing this fight. It has not been his best performance, but he can change all of that with a late submission.
He struggled because he hasn't been able to get this fight to the ground. Now he needs to abandon his setup to his takedowns, grab his opponent, and try to take him to the floor so he can chase the submission.
And busy as he looks to improve position here. Dvalishvili's back in full mount. All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. Posture's up.
Oh, it's over! Oh, my goodness!
Whoa!
Oh, my Lord!
Way to finish.
Make the bad man stop. A nice stoppage win for him here tonight, and the other side just couldn't handle the incoming assault. A flurry of punches, most of them upstairs, and when those big shots land repeatedly, the referee has no choice but to step in and call the fight. Well, you got to start to ask the question, what is it going to take to dethrone this fighter at 135 pounds? He was on his game tonight as he produces the TKO in defense of his UFC Bantamweight Championship.